Hello Peachies! Welcome back to Dear Peachy. Makeup is a fluid and exploratory notion. You should enjoy it, feel at ease in it, and not feel obligated to obey any rules. However, are there any times when you've ever seen your friend pull off the latest beauty trend, but it just looked odd on you? Chances are you are still clueless which makeup styles suit your features the most. There's something special about curating your signature makeup style. It's fail-proof and your go-to no matter what you're wearing or what the occasion is, it always works. But how should you go about picking the right makeup style that best complements your beauty? First and foremost, sit back and relax. Applying makeup should be a pleasurable experience, which is why we're here to provide you with the resources you need to create the ideal game plan. Hence today, we are introducing a new way to identify your makeup style that suits you best. We might see archetypes everywhere. We have different systems that assist us to comprehend ourselves better, such as zodiac signs, Myers-Briggs, and Enneagrams. There are likely hundreds of archetypal classifications, and makeup is no exception. If you type style archetypes in the Google search bar, you can easily find so many styling or dressing classification systems. What we notice is that almost none of these systems specifically considered how to determine our makeup style based on our facial features. Most of them suggest that you should apply your makeup in the same style as how you dress. This is actually inaccurate. Your facial features do not necessarily match with the characteristic of your body typing. There are people out there that have a face and body that really are on two different sides of the spectrum on the classification system. Your body, it's not what people are mainly looking at. They spend the most of their time looking at your face. And structuring your makeup style according to your body physique may result in a style that is unflattering for you. So, the 8 makeup styles archetypes method that is founded by the China makeup gurus on Xiaohongshu. It is an in-depth, 2-part questionnaire that takes stock of your face shape and every facial feature of yours to get to know your style in detail. All you need to do is take a good look at your lovely face. And soon you will get to know how to build your signature makeup style based on these makeup archetypes suggested. In this video, we gathered information from multiple sources to improvise this makeup archetype guide discussed in Xiaohongshu, and to ensure higher accuracy and objectivity for our Peachies while referring to it. Through this exploration, you will discover the 8 makeup archetypes, such as natural, ingenue, gamine, elegant, modern, romantic, classic, and dramatic. Their names may give you some idea of what qualities they embody. Ahead, we have curated the in-depth advice on culling a signature makeup look that will leave you feeling confident and strong. So get a pen and paper, because we have a whole lot to unpack here. Searching for your signature makeup style isn't a walk in the park. The process requires a lot of effort and patience. However, once you've finally found that one style that is able to maximize your beauty the most, your signature look can define who you are, and it can be a real representation of the way you love to look. To search for your signature makeup style, you first have to find out your visual aesthetics. There are 2 parameters that we are going to look into. They are the visual weight and the shape of your facial features. In this section, we will go through a few questions to help you get to know your features better. And these questions will require you to jot down your answers, as it will guide you in the next section of this video later. If you have watched our video since a while ago, we bet that the term visual weight is no stranger to you. For those who have no idea what it means, it simply represents the visual presence of our facial features. The sense of weight refers to the overall impression of size, thickness, and the degree of forward projection and more. So let's take a quick quiz to identify your visual weight. We will begin with the face shape. The element that influences the visual weight of our face shape the most is the overall shape and the degree of boniness. Rounded face shape has stronger sense of curviness to its overall structure. Temple region, cheekbones, their jawline tend to appear more rounded and have a smoother outline. Round, oval, or pear-shaped faces are commonly presented with such characteristics. So if you find your face shape belongs to this category, mark yourself with 1 point. For angular face shapes like diamond, square, rectangle, or sometimes can be pear-shaped face, they have stronger bony appearance to their facial structure. These face shapes usually appear to be sharper and present with an angular outline. The bones look more chiseled and protruded. If you have such face shapes mentioned here, mark yourself with a -1. On the other hand, if you find your face shape presenting with a mixture of both rounded and angular characteristics, no worries. It just means that you just got the best of both worlds. Just mark yourself with a 0. Next, the ratio of your lower third. You can look into the mirror and observe the ratio of your lower third to your entire face. The lower third ranges from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. It is suggested that these 3 segments of our face, the upper, middle, and lower third, should be equidistant. If your lower third ratio is shorter compared to the other segments, score yourself with 1 mark. Whereas, if your lower third is longer, then you shall put a -1 point for this. On the other hand, you should mark yourself with 0 if you have equal length for your lower third ratio. The size of our eyes matters too. If you have narrow eye shape, or less surface area is taken up by the eyes to the face, score yourself with 1 point. Wider eye shape, or your eyes take up a higher surface area of your face, cross -1. If you feel that your eye size is just moderate, not too wide or too narrow, give yourself a 0 for this. View your nose from the side, if your nose has a lower nose bridge. These traits contribute to a lower visual presence nose. Give yourself 1 point if these features align with your nose. A nose with a higher visual weight is characterized by a more defined contour with a forward projecting appearance, which offers higher dimensionality and prominence to its overall appearance. Hence, you shall score yourself with a -1 point if you notice such characteristics present in your nose. If you think that your nose bridge is in between both ends, not too high or too low, mark yourself a 0. Now look at your nose from the front. Observe the width of your nose alar. In the golden ratio of facial aesthetics, it was suggested that the width of your nose alar should equals to the distance between your eyes. Therefore, a wider nose here means that your nose alar is wider than your eye distance. A smaller nose alar has a smaller width than your eye distance. Cross 1 point for smaller nose alar, and cross -1 for wider nose alar. If the width of the nose alar is equal to the eye distance, score yourself a 0. Lastly, the size of your mouth. If the width of your mouth is wider than the distance between the inner rim of your pupils, it means then your mouth has higher ratio to your face, hence it has higher visual weight. If the width of the mouth is smaller than the pupil's distance, less ratio is taken up by the mouth, hence it has lower visual weight instead. Score 1 for smaller mouth ratio, and score -1 for wider mouth ratio. The width of your mouth is equidistant as the pupil distance? Note a 0 for that. Alright, please jot down all your answers, and sum them up to get your total score for your visual weight. Once you got your score, keep that aside, and we are ready to move to the next parameter. The shape of your facial features. In general, there are 2 main types of facial features, the rounded and angular shaped features. Just like the name suggests, rounded facial structure appears to be more fleshy. It often gives us the impression that the facial bones are surrounded with plump and firm-looking flesh on our face. So if you have such features, add -1 point for yourself. Conversely, angular facial structures appear to be more bony and have deeper contour. When viewing from the front, prominent facial bone structure appear with more depth. Shadows are clearly visible around the area around eye sockets, cheekbones, and the roots of the nose. Give yourself 1 point if you have these features. As usual, if you spot yourself with a good mix of both rounded and angular features, jot down a 0 for this. Next, the eyes. When we are judging if the shape of our eyes are more rounded or angular, the shape of the inner corner isn't the only aspect that we are taking into account. The overall shape of the eyes is what we should consider, whether you have rounded doe eyes or narrow elongated siren eyes. Rounded shaped eyes has wider opening at the inner corner. It has higher curvature at the lids, and the width is almost similar to the length of the entire eye. Score yourself a -1 if you have rounded shaped eyes. Whereas, Angular-shaped eyes has smaller opening at the inner corner. It has flatter curvature to the lids, and the length is longer than the width of the eye. Mark yourself with 1 point if you notice your eyes align with the angular characteristics. If your eyes has a mixture of both characteristics, the most likely scenario is that your eyes are somewhere in the middle, so it is best to score yourself with a 0 for this. Add 1 point if you have monoid or hooded eyes. Or add -1 point if you have double eyelids. For the nose, the shape of the nose tip, nose alar, and nose bridge should be observed. Lower nose bridge, broader alar base, and less defined contour to the overall nose shape commonly appear to be more rounded. Angular-shaped nose present the opposite characteristics. It has a higher nose bridge, narrower alar base, and defined contour to the overall nose shape. The nose appears to be more bony generally. Moderate nose shape is everything in between. So pick the one closest to your nose shape. Take -1 point for rounded nose, and add 1 point for angular nose. For moderate, just mark a 0 for yourself. Next, the brows. If your brows are shaped with rounded curve, or has a soft arch, that means that your brows are shaped more curved, so mark -1 point for that. On the other hand, if your brows have a higher and sharper arch, it means that your brows are more angular, so add 1 point if your brows have the following characteristics. However, if you have straight brows, you will need to score yourself a 0. We also have to take note that eyebrows shape can be altered with different makeup styles. Therefore, just pick according to the brow shape that you always go for. Finally, the last question to go. To identify if your lips are more rounded or angular, the lip thickness and the shape of the mouth corners are the aspects that we should look into. Thicker, poutier lips with less defined cupid's bow appear to be more rounded, while thinner lips with more defined cupid's bow appear to be more angular instead. However, some of us do have a mix of characteristics from both angular and rounded lips too. So you have to mark -1 if you have rounded lips, or mark 1 point if you have angular lips. Alright, have you gotten all your scores for the shape of your features? If you have gathered all your scores for both visual weight and shape of facial features, we are ready to move to the real part. Let's reveal the results. Identifying your style archetypes enables you to create an authentic makeup look for yourself. It is important to note that archetypes are not intended to trap or confine you. Everyone should feel free to explore and be adventurous with their style. In this figure here, you can see this graph is made up of the Y and X axis. Y-axis indicates the level of visual weight, or the neoteny and matureness of your facial features. The higher the value of Y-axis, the lower the visual weight. The more neotenous one's facial features will appear to be. Therefore, these features tend to give a sense of softness and gentleness, and present with less visual impact. The lower the value of Y-axis, the higher the visual weight, the more mature one's facial features will appear to be. Consequently, these features are usually more prominent and present with higher visual impact. Besides that, we have the X-axis, which indicates the softness and angularity of the facial features. The lower the value of X, the softer or more rounded the features appear to be. And they are commonly related to characteristics of being approachable, cute, and dainty. Whereas the higher the X value, the more angular the features are. They tend to exude the cool, distant, and mysterious aura. There are 8 makeup style archetypes distributed throughout the graph, and you can plot yourself according to the score you have gathered just now. Let's take Jisoo from Blackpink for an example. After going through the makeup style archetype questionnaire, we found that Jisoo has moderate visual weight, which her visual weight score mark around at 1. While her features are generally present with neutral to slightly rounded characteristics, it gives rise to the total score of 3 points on the scale. Hence, Jisoo makeup style will be located at this region right here in this graph. The most adjusted makeup style for her belongs to the elegant archetype. Or what if your score sits right in the middle of the border between 2 different archetypes? That just means that you are versatile for both of these archetypes suggested. So have you found your makeup archetype yet? Again, we would like to emphasize that searching for your makeup archetype is much more complicated than what we have imagined. We do not necessarily only belongs to a specific makeup archetype only. There are possibilities that you might find yourself gravitating to 2 or 3 makeup archetypes. So what we can do is, we can first find the makeup archetypes that is closest to your personal style, make that your dominant archetype. Then you can adopt other preferred makeup styles as your secondary archetype. Moreover, you can also merge both primary and secondary archetypes, and modify to the best version to suit you better. As we can see in Jisoo's makeup looks, majority of her looks are built based on the elegant archetype. However, there are times that her makeup would be built on the natural or ingenue archetypes. So, you can use these 8 makeup archetypes as a guide to find your personal makeup style if you are not sure where to start. Or for those who have developed a distinctive style of their own, this makeup archetype guide can inspire you with more styling options. So just keep experimenting within the suggested archetype range. You will definitely find the signature look that makes your beauty pop. To make sure that everyone is able to get a clearer view of the graph to plot your scores, we will be attaching the downloadable link in the description box below. So scroll to the description and hit the link to get your copy. Share your results on social media with us, and don't forget to tag us. Once you've identified your archetypes, we can begin the real business. Let's look at the 8 archetypes now. Each makeup archetype creates a certain image, which is developed to enhance a particular type of beauty. We will start with the ingenue archetype. The ingenue archetype is generally suitable for those who have rounded and moderate angular, lower visual weight features. Thus, those who belongs to this category generally have facial features that gravitates toward neoteny. They are able to retain the childlike, gentle and delicate features through their adulthood. The ingenue makeup archetype presents with attributes such as cute, refreshing, young, and innocence. This makeup archetype creates an overall visual impression of delicate and youthful femininity. To enhance the beauty of such features, there are a few key areas that are highlighted in ingenue makeup archetype. The primary concept in this archetype is to maintain round facial features, fleshy mid-faces, and plump lips. The ingenue archetype can be further branched into several makeup styles, such as the energetic cute, fiercely cute, sweet and cool, refreshing and airy, or even innocent and seductive styles. In energetic cute makeup looks, the brows are shaped to appear softer, the rounded or straight brows are recommended. Matte highlighter is added at the inner cheeks area, and center of forehead to bring light to the center area. The nose contour is not highly emphasized, as we would like to mimic the natural lines of such features. The expanding shades blushers are layered to further enhance the fleshiness of the cheeks. The contouring shade blushers are then applied horizontally to create the fuzzy look and to improve complexion. For lips, shades that are close to your actual lip color are added as the base color. Lip gloss are applied at the center of upper and lower lip for that pouty and juicy lip look. Eyeliner can be used to help to shape your eyes to look wider or more rounded. Fill in your eyeliner at the inner corner to lengthen the opening at this area. Thicken the liner at the area right above your pupil to increase width, and add dimension to your eyes further by a short wing liner at the outer corner. Coral or pinkish shade eyeshadow suits best for this archetype. Darker shades are added to the outer corner, and bring down the lower lash area, to bring the level of the eyes position lower. Glittery eyeshadows can be added to the inner corner and lower lash line to create the doe eye look. Not to forget that the egg yolk cell is a must to help widen your eyes. You can search up these celebrities' name to give you more makeup inspo. Conversely, the innocent and seductive style puts more effort in sculpting the facial structure to increase its visual weight, as this can help to improve the sense of maturity of the features to appear more feminine, instead of childlike. The brows are shaped to have a soft arch, and the arch is slightly lifted and placed at the further end of the brow, to increase the length of the mid-face. Contour is applied to the jawline to achieve the oval or rounded shaped face. The nose is contoured with a light hand to add a little more dimensionality to it. Matte highlighter is added at the under eye area and inner cheeks to maintain the fleshiness of the face. The contouring shade blushers are more preferred to be used in this look, as they can help to sculpt the face better. The aim of the eye makeup in innocent and seductive looks is to enhance the eye's shape and to bring the level of eyes position higher. Low saturation or earth tones are the best choices to create the no makeup look. As compared to usual makeup looks, the eyeliner is shortened to create rounder eyes. Thicken the liner at the region right above the pupil, and fill in a short and thick wing liner at the outer corner. Egg yolk cell contour is added to shape your eyes wider and retain the neoteny of your features. Champagne shade shimmery highlighter is added at the egg yolk cell and inner corner for the natural-looking look. Warm nude, coral, or cherry shades are recommended to create the juicy lip look. Layer a full coat on your lips to bring the visual attention to the upper region of your face. The other iconic celebs who embodies this style are Jennie from Blackpink and Mio Imada. You can actually refer to their pictures to get more makeup and styling inspirations. As we have mentioned that there are many sub-styles branching from the ingenue archetypes, it is common to see celebrities alternating in between different sub-styles, or even different archetypes at various time periods. Makeup style isn't some rules carved into stone, but it changes based on occasions, preference, age, and more. Next, we are moving into the Gamine archetype. The Gamine archetype generally associates itself with the refreshing, young, and boyish themes. The facial features have low to moderate visual weight and are shaped more angularly. Thus, they present features with high level of neoteny, but with less femininity compared to the ingenue archetype features. As opposed to the ingenue archetype, it exudes the cool, boyish, and airy aura. This archetype can be further divided into substyles like the airy boyish look or the soft grunge makeup look. If you prefer the lighter and natural-looking makeup, the airy boyish look might be right up your alley. By accentuating the natural and boyish nature in them, this look enhances the beauty of such features. Less is always more for such beauties. Heavy contour or saturated colors do not help to bring out their beauty. Foundation with matte finish creates the smooth skin-like finish to your face. Nose and face contour are less important, so you can add them depending on your face shape or preference. Brows are commonly shaped to be straight, or with a slightly lifted sharp arch when a more dramatic look is required. The bushiness of the brows is the star of the show, as it maximizes the sense of effortlessness in you. Apply brow gel to your brows to highlight the flow of your brow hairs. The simple, low saturation and delicate eyeshadow looks matches best with this style. The matte neutral shades, such as beige, warm grayish tones, neutral browns, nude or warm brown tones are recommended. To add more dimensionality to your eyes, you can pick the similar tones that are with higher saturation level. There is a pro tip here that you should know while applying your eyeshadow. Blend out your eyeshadow towards the inner corner of your eyelid. Bring the shadow higher to the groove right at your eye socket. Try to avoid lengthening the shadow towards the outer end of the eye. By doing this, your eyes will look much deeper, and your nose root and nose bridge will appear to be more prominent. However, if you have mistakenly extended your eyeshadow towards the outer end of your eyes, the overall charisma of the look will be changed. Instead of looking clean, boyish, and natural, this can cause the look to look more feminine, matured, and sexy. For eyeliner, just extend a short liner to lengthen the eye shape. Thicken the liner at the outer end to bring out the beauty of your eyes. Mascara can be skipped, as overly curled or dramatic lashes will affect the aura of the entire look. If you think mascara is a must for you, you can apply mascara that are meant for lengthening lashes, instead of those types that voluminizes your lashes. You just have to make sure that your lashes have to be subtle, and it isn't going to steal the spotlight from your other features. Subtle egg yolk cell contour can be added based on the shape of your eyes. The contour shade will be applied all over the lower lash line area, so the eye fat region here will appear to be grayish, just like your actual shadow. A tiny bit of highlighter is added to the center to bring light to it. If you would like to go for bold lip look, you can overline slightly to increase the thickness of the lips. The pink or red shades with high saturation level are less preferred. But the nude and warm brown, milk tea shades lip products are going to tie the whole look together better. Stay away from glitters and shimmers, as they tend to increase femininity and reduce the airiness of the look. If you prefer a more feminine makeup style, the soft grunge makeup look might be the one for you. Whenever we think of grunge look, Nana, Komatsu, or Minnie always pop up in our mind. Their makeup look emphasizes on their eyes, which it brings focus to the distant and languished expressions. The eyeshadow at the lower lid area are deepened. Darker shades are blended out at the lower lash line and egg cell area to bring the attention to the lower lid area. Jet black eyeliner is filled at the upper lash line, a straight liner with slight wingtips extended from the outer end. Brown gel liner is filled at the inner corner and lower lash line to define the eye shape. More mascara is added at the lower lashes rather at the upper lashes. Grunge makeup often relates to rebellious, disdain, and sense of not giving care at anything. So contour and highlights are not really prioritized. Unlike the ingenuine archetypes, the expanding shades blushers are skipped. The warm, contouring shades blushes are added at the outer cheeks towards the cheekbones. Nose contour is applied to make the nose tip appear more rounded. Darker lip shades are a must to make the lips look bigger and eye-catching. Next, the natural archetype. A natural archetype gives the impression of being casual, easygoing, gentle, and friendly. This archetype is the combination of features with moderate visual weight and roundness or angularity. Individuals with natural archetypes can pull off casual looks without looking dull or undone. The natural archetype can be branched into sub-styles like the effortless no makeup styles, gentle ladylike style, or the relaxed moire styles. The main features of the natural makeup archetypes are approachable, relaxed, and effortless. Airiness and lightness of the base makeup is the key concept in these sub-styles. Select the base makeup products that suits your skin tone and skin type. It is important to color correct the uneven skin tone on our face to achieve the clean and natural-looking finish. The dimensionality of the features plays a more significant role in this look. Contour the side of your face, cheekbones, and jaw to accentuate your face shape. Matte highlighter is added at the under eye, brow bone, temple region, forehead, and nose bridge and tip to increase the forward projection of your facial structure. To create the ruddy complexion, blusher is applied across the cheeks from the inner region towards the cheekbones. For lighter skin beauties, pinkish tones look best on you, whereas the warm coral shades will look amazing for darker skin beauties. Similar to the airy boyish makeup, the fluffy boy brow goes well with this look too. Fill the sparse area and shape your brows straight. The low saturation earth tones eyeshadows are the staple for natural archetypes. Light brown, beige shades are blended all over the upper and lower lid area. Neutral brown shade is then added at the area within the crease. The dark brown shade is used to trace the shadow of the egg cell, and the whitish beige shade will be added to brighten the center of the upper lid and egg cell. Tightline the inner lash line. Try to pick lip shades that have similar undertones as the blush and eye makeup. Hence, the nude shades, such as warm, rosy, or brown nude suits this makeup the most. The relaxed moire makeup style originates from Japanese fashion that centers around the appearance of being carefree, laid back, and natural looking. The moire aesthetics was founded by a beauty community in a Japanese social media network named Moire Girl. It was named after the idea of dressing up with the theme of living in the woods. Although the craze for moire dressing style has gradually died down, its influence in makeup still remains till now. The relaxed moire style enhances the beauty of the curves of the facial features and creates the fuzzy and ruddy natural complexion. Contour is applied to the nose tip to make the nose tip look rounder. However, the nose bridge contour is applied with a light hand to avoid making them appear too sharp. The chin is contoured to be more rounded, and the cheekbones are contoured to reduce their protrusion. Blushers in pink or warm orangey tones are applied across the entire cheek area for the flush look. Lip products should be smudged out around the lips. A defined outline around the lips might create a more sophisticated look, making it look unnatural instead. Apply a thin coat of lip matte at the center of your lips, smudge it out for the gradient effect. Then, layer another coat of shimmery gloss all over the lips to make them look powdery. The eye makeup is rather simple for this relaxed moire look. It places more focus at the lower lid area and serves to lengthen the eye shape. The warm brown or rosy beige shades eyeshadow works best for this style. Deeper tones are usually added at the outer half of the upper lid and lower outer lid area to elongate the eyes. Eyeliner is only filled in at the outer half of the lash line. Always opt for brown color liner, as it appears to be less harsh, and it blends in well with the overall tone of this look. Egg cell are generally wider compared to other styles, with the contour drawn from the center of the pupil to the end of the eyeliner. The lashes are curled and accentuated with mascara, nothing too over the top. Moving forward to the next archetype, The elegant archetype. The elegant archetype embodies the quality of being gentle, serene, graceful, and delicate. Rounded facial features with moderate visual weight commonly belong to this makeup style. The attributes of being graceful and serene is what differentiate the natural and elegant archetype. Although both archetype aims to highlight the natural state of your visual, but the natural archetype appears to be more relaxed and casual. The elegant archetype, however, appears more formal, giving the impression that you have deliberately styled yourself. The elegant archetype is further divided into a few substyles, namely the French girl makeup, the newly in-trend makeup inspo in China, the rich girl makeup, and Korean ladylike look. The rich girl makeup is a timeless look. It is not heavily influenced by the latest trend. The overall look is to look delicate and improve the dimensionality of your facial structure. The brows are shaped to frame your eyes. The width of the brow front is wider, while the brow end is thinner. To create the illusion of a more prominent nose bridge, the distance between brows is set to be closer. The lower edge is filled to look more dense, and it is shaped to have a slightly lifted shape. As we have mentioned that the dimensionality of facial structure is greatly prioritized in this look. Contour is added to the side of the face in multiple layers to achieve the natural-looking shadows. Matte highlighter is added at the center of the cheeks and under eye to illuminate the mid-face. Blush is applied at the apple of the cheek, starting at the most prominent part of the cheek, blending color towards the cheekbone's contour and bringing it out towards the temple. Go minimal and precise for your nose contour. Sculpt along the nose root, bridge, and tip to enhance the nose shape. Highlighter is added to the tip and root to bring it forward. Instead of adding overly bright colors to enlarge the eyes, eye makeup accentuates their actual shape. This makeup is best complemented by earth tones eyeshadow. As usual, lightest tone is blended all over the upper lid and darker tones are added within the crease. With the same shade, deepen the shadows at the lower lid region. Egg yolk cell contour is skipped, but it is only highlighted to illuminate its middle region. Subtle eyeliner is filled in to elongate the eye shape. It is slightly thickened to bring more attention to the eyes. Keep things simple for lashes. Overly curled or voluminous lashes will overkill the balance of the look. On the other hand, if you prefer a more vibrant look, French girl makeup is right up your alley. Lightweight liquid foundations or tinted moisturizer are much preferred when it comes to the French girl's makeup routine. Make use of spot concealer if you have any blemishes that you're less confident about. We know that the contour doesn't exist in French makeup repertoire. You can still contour your face if you want to enhance it, but always remember to keep it light and natural. French women love using blush to give their cheeks a natural pink rosy glow. Blush is applied at the most prominent part of the cheekbone by using soft strokes, and bring it down towards the earlobe and blend up towards the temple. Eyeshadow is not a must for French makeup. You can add brown eyeshadow to your upper lid to deepen it. French girls love using mascara to make their lashes pop and really stand out. Not only that, French girls usually either use eyeliner or bold lipstick. You can try the French eyeliner look by using bold black eyeliner to highlight the edges of your eyes. Remember to go with a natural lip shade if you want to use eyeliner. Besides, French women really do love a good red lipstick. If there's one makeup item that you need to look more French, it's definitely a tube of red lipstick. Line your lip and apply a full coat for that sophisticated look. The romantic archetype is the combination of rounded features, with higher visual weight. Romantic archetypes represent the mature, womanly feminine beauty. It is associated with characteristics such as sensuous, soft, or alluring. Although this archetype includes softer and rounder features just like the ingenue archetype, it embodies the mature sensuality that is opposed to the cute, innocent prettiness of the ingenue. Adjectives like sexy, womanly, and glamorous could be used to describe people of the romantic archetype. Hence, the sub-makeup styles that branched out from this archetype are the flirtatious cute makeup look, or the retro Hong Kong girl makeup. However, it is common to mix up the flirtatious cute makeup look with the innocent seductive makeup style subdivided from the ingenue archetype. The innocent seductive style made the innocent attribute as the dominant style, while seductive as the secondary or supporting style. In spite of that, flirtatious cute makeup exudes the charisma of being distant and mysterious, while also radiating that sexy magnetic attractiveness that makes you can't take your eyes off her. Similar to the innocent seductive makeup, the mid-face and T region is brightened with matte highlighter to improve the firm and plumpness of your face. Base makeup with dewy finish will help you get that glowy skin base. Pick pink or coral tone blushes, and swipe them at the fullest part of your cheeks, chin and side of the temples for the rosy look. Soften out the contour both upward to the face, and downward to the chin for a shorter chin appearance, as a shorter lower third ratio can make one looking younger and cute. Deepens the shadows at the area between your eye socket and nose root. This can create the illusion of a higher nose bridge. The eye shape is also one of the features that marks the difference between flirtatious cute and innocent seductive makeup style. As opposed to the doe eye in innocent seductive makeup, this style recommends a good mix of both doe and the siren or feline-shaped eyes to complete the look. The inner corner liner is filled to shift the level of the inner corner lower, in order to create the lifting effect to the eyes. However, the width of the eyes is still longer than its length. The overall eye shape gravitates to be rounder. Eyeliner is lined at the middle region of the lash line to make your eyes look rounder. A slight lifted wing is filled at the outer corner. Apply darker eyeshadows at the bottom waterline to connect it to the wing liner above. Wearing long wispy falsies helps to open up more space to let light into the eyes. Moreover, adding lower lashes widens the eyes further. Lastly, the vibrant lip shades with glossy finish, the shine and sparkle creates the seductive, juicy and pouty lips. Since a few years ago, the retro Hong Kong makeup style has caught the attention of beauty fans in China. The vintage Hong Kong makeup style dates from the 1980s through the 1990s. This makeup technique evolved from the collision of beauty cultures from the East and West. It highlights the actual, indigenous state of your facial structure, and outlining the prominence of each feature to make them more eye-catching. The base makeup with a matte finish is essential for this look. It is also highly specific to the facial and nose contours. The retro HK style strives for a natural appearance. As a result, it is necessary to select a contour product that allows you to layer and sculpt the shadows in multiple applications. Any forms of shimmery or glittery highlighter are not associated with this style. You may even skip the highlighter if you don't want to use it. However, if you do, a matte highlighter is your only option. It is intended to highlight the sunken areas of our temples, under eyes, and forehead. The rich, dense, and dark brows are the signature style for HK looks. To build a distinctive style, the proper brow shape is fairly important. Hong Kong-style brows are typically filled in to seem darker and longer in length. It is to be shaped with an upward lift, with the arch position just at the highest point of the brow bone, to increase the amount of forward projection of the face. This vintage Hong Kong-style makeup is inseparable from red lips. Any shades of warm red tones works well with this look, such as the red bean, brownish red, or deep red tones. Lips should be lined with a lip pencil for a delicate and clean look, and lip products should be applied with a brush to help your lipstick stay inside the designated area. The red lips give a beautiful contrast with the dark and dense brows and hair, making you look more eye-catching. For eyes makeup, the earth tones are commonly used in most of these styles. With a light beige shade, blend it all over the upper and lower lid to depuff the eyes. Then, add a darker shade to the area right above your crease. The soft all-around liner is filled to frame the eyes. Add a packed line on the top of the eyes, while keeping the bottom line light. The outer corner of both upper and lower lash line is thickened to increase the width of the eyes. Hong Kong-style makeup does not emphasize too much on eyelashes. The lashes in most of the looks have minimal existence to the overall appearance. Aegyosal is not required, however, even if you wish to wear it, avoid using any products that overly accentuate it and keep it subtle. Next up, we have the classic archetype. The classic archetype is the rarest makeup type across all archetypes. It takes up the smallest scale area in the archetype graph. Classic's features has moderate to high visual weight, and they are neither very angular and sharp, nor very round and soft, but it balanced perfectly between the two extremes. Individuals with the classic archetype typically portray an air of decorousness, conservatism, and formality. There is no need for vibrant colors or shimmers, and no one physical feature should appear overdone, prominent, or out of place. Substyles emerging from the classic archetype include the classic girl look, cool minimalist looks, and corporate formal looks. The beauty of harmonism and proportionality is highly prioritized in classic makeup styles. To balance out skin tone, foundation is applied. For flush cheeks, lighter rosy pink shades are blended from the apple of your cheeks towards the cheekbones. Add a bit more near the tip of the nose, to give the appearance of being more delicate and feminine. Brows are shaped to be more rounded. The brow is filled upward, and the brow tail is directed downward, precisely at the brow bone. Use matte highlighter to brighten the area above your mid-brow, and below your brow tail. Minimal eyeshadow is used, darker shades are added at the outer corner, and blended in upward direction. Inner corner is filled to look narrower and sharper, and natural brown liner is filled to elongate the eyes. Only trace the liner at the outer half of your lower lash line. The upper liner is smudged slightly to avoid it from looking too harsh. With a brown eyeshadow, blend it out along the lower lid to mimic the natural structure of our eyes. Go for lip shades that are close to your actual lip color. Lip sheer or satin is able to give that subtle shine to your lips. Dab a little more at the tubercle and middle region of the lower lip. Coming up to the second last archetype, we are moving forward to the modern archetype makeup style. The modern archetype includes people with facial features that are more angular and with moderate to high visual weight. Modern archetype makeup style is immaculate, bold, and confident. Their looks are always up to date on the latest trend. This archetype is usually associated with boldness, vibrancy, influence, and attention. Hence, it is understood that the majority of Western makeup looks fall into this category. Well, to be specific, the cut crease eye makeup, siren, or smoky eyes makeup are some of the substyles branching from this archetype. As these makeup looks are pretty common to be seen on the Western social media, we would not go in depth about it. But here are the general makeup techniques used in these looks. Almost all makeup looks under the modern archetype puts their makeup focal point to the eyes and brows, or sometimes the eyes and the lips. The prominence of the face shape is enhanced by brightening the mid-face, forehead, chin, and philtrum. Facial contour is highly emphasized to bring out the beauty of angular face shape. Nose contour is only added to the overlapping region between brows and nose root. To deepen the shadow and increase its depth, nose bridge is sculpted to look narrower. Nose tip is contoured to make it look pointier and sharper. Blushes swipe across both of the cheeks and chin. Shimmery highlighter is added at the brow bone, cheekbones, inner corner, and nose tip. Whether you want a cut crease, smoky eyes, or the standard eyeshadow look, the inner corner eyeliner is usually drawn to make the eyes appear sharper, not to mention the elongated wing liner. The waterline is tight-lined to complete the eye look. And how can we forget about the lashes? The Western makeup prefers falsies which have shorter front and longer ends to create that extending effect. If you are a fan of Douyin girls' looks, the egg yolk cell is a must for you. The glittery eyeshadows can be added to the crease, inner corner, or the middle of egg yolk cell to make your eyes pop. Fill your brows with a sharper arch if you want to shift the visual focus to the upper section of your face. Then, get a nude or low saturation lip shade to complement the look. Conversely, if eyes and lips are the focal point of your look, fill in your brows with a softer arch, or just go with straight brows for a safer option. The lips, however, bright or vibrant lip shades are your go-tos. Finally, the last archetype, the dramatic archetype. Dramatic archetypes represent people with higher visual weight facial features, which are shaped with moderate to high angularity. Themes such as dignity, intensity, extravagance, and charisma are normally related to this archetype. To differentiate the dramatic archetype from modern archetype, dramatic archetype puts equal focus to both eyes and lips. You usually pay equal attention to all parts of the face. It stresses more on the prominence of features by intensifying the richness of the color. rather than using sharp or eye-catching colors like in the modern archetype. Moreover, this makeup styles under this archetype are more expressive, intense, and radiates the charm of maturity. This archetype can be further divided into the Thai makeup style and fiercely mean makeup style. Thai makeup has gained recognition in the China beauty community in recent years. Thai makeup is a love child between both Western and Asian makeup styles. It highlights the prominence of facial structures just like how the Westerners do. But they go for lighter colors for the eyes and lips to complement the overall look. Matte foundation is normally used to set the base for the look. The matte finish gives your skin the natural skin-like impression and prevents excessive shine. To accentuate the angular facial structure, facial and nose contour is highly prioritized in this makeup style. Shimmer highlighters are added at the highest point of the facial structure, such as nose bridge, tip, cupid's bow, and chin. Since Thailand is a tropical country, the sun-kissed look reflects the sunny weather. Blusher is blended out in bigger areas, from the cheekbones, cheeks, and nose. Shape your brows with a soft arch. The boy brow technique is commonly seen in Thai makeup look too. For eye makeup, the lightest matte eyeshadow is layered first all over the entire upper and lower lid, all the way to the sides of the nose. A slightly darker shade is added to the inner and outer corner to create the impression of deeper set eyes. Blend them out, then add a matte highlighter at the center of the lid to recreate the natural shadow of the eye structure. Continue to darken the shadow at the outer corner region of your crease with a darker tone. Take the darkest shade and trace out a natural wing liner at the outer corner with a flat definer brush. Then, trace out a soft shadow right below the outer half of your lower lash line. Apply liquid eyeliner to the same spot to darken the line. The inner lash line is also filled to frame the eyes better. Champagne tone shimmery eyeshadow is precisely added along the inner half of the lower lash line and center of the upper lid to brighten the eyes. Long and voluminous lashes are the go-tos for Thai makeup, and it definitely can't be missed. Thicker lips are not much a must in Thai makeup, but lips with defined structure are more important. So line your lip with lip liner. Lip products in sheer finish are recommended. Go for shades that are more natural, such as red bean, the warm caramel, and the milk tea shades. The fiercely mean makeup look portrays the qualities of danger, exoticism, meanness, and coldness. The fierce and vile appearance resembles the aura of a wild rose. She is so beautiful that you do not dare to approach her. The coldness and vile comes from the edges of her angular facial structure. So, contour is important to sculpt your facial bone to be more defined and chiseled. Straight and arched brows are both suitable for this look, depending on which brow type best complements your face shape. Lift the brow hairs in an upward motion before filling in your brows. This will give the fluffy illusion. Blushes are not a must, but if you are wearing them in your looks, make sure they are really subtle. Just a light touch will be more than enough. The fundamental shades for eyeshadow are typically earth tones, grayish tones, or any metallic colors. Neutral shades are blended all over the upper and lower lid. Darker shades is then added to the crease to deepen its shadow. The darkest shade is added to the outer corner to elongate the eye shape. The most iconic look for this style is all-around eyeliner, which draws focus to the eyes. Besides that, you can also try this straight liner style. Extend a horizontal straight line from the highest point of your lid, which is usually located at the middle of your pupil. You can trace the line slightly longer. Then, extend another line from the outer corner and connect it to the line above. Fill in the entire triangle area within the lines. Then, fill in the inner corner eyeliner to make it look sharper. Trace the inner corner liner up till the inner rim of the pupil, and smudge it out a little with a cotton bud. For this style, warm and wine red lip colors are the ideal option. The best way to create a signature makeup look is to think about what it is you want to accentuate about your natural beauty, and then play around and see what makes you feel best. That's the fun part about makeup. you can always just remove it and start over. We hope that these 8 makeup styles archetypes can be a useful guide to help you navigate through your beauty journey. We understand that some people might be concerned if their style archetype can be changed over the time. There is no definite answer to this. People typically combine 2 archetypes, which is what is truly the case most of the time. The archetype in which you scored the highest will be the primary and permanent style. It is because you are who you have always been, and you always will be. Consider it as the foundation of your makeup style. The archetype that comes in second place is usually what you prefer or you feel most comfortable in. Hence, it might be situational. As we age, encounter more of the outside world, and are influenced by it, our style is constantly evolving. So just relax and continue to keep on exploring. Comment down below to let us know what you think. And feel free to let us know if you're interested to learn more about style archetypes. Please give us a thumbs up or share this video with your friends if you find this video helpful. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video.